Hi, everyone. Ann Butler here, along with my creative girlfriend and business partner, Lisa Rojas. We
Hi,
are
guys.
Bella Crafts Publishing. We publish a free downloadable craft magazine 4 times a year. The summer issue is out. The spring issue will be out hopefully next week, or the fall issue. um,
You
it
want me
is
to talk to save this?
in a minute. It's filled with tons of fall and Halloween projects you're going to want to see. Hi, David.
Hi.
So, we are
Oh,
today,
cool.
I am sharing actually my toner papers. So,
Yay.
my toner papers and Gina K's Masking Magic from Thermoweb and
Perfect.
Deco Foil from Thermoweb. So, and we're going to create a cute card. It's a quick and easy card, but it's a different technique. So, since I like to do techniques, I thought it would be a good time to share this. We're adding just a splash of color. There's something there.
That's
Just a
pretty.
splash of color to create quick and easy cards. I mean, you could change the colors out for any time of year, change the sentiments for any time of year. These would make really cute and fun, easy Christmas cards too.
Yeah.
So that's what we're doing. I'm going to let Lisa talk a minute. I'm going to rest my voice
Okay.
so
There
I
she
can
goes.
get through my live. And she's going to tell you about our ebooks.
Oh, there you go. Okay. So, along with the free magazine that we put out 4 times a year, as Anne said, we also do ebooks. We've done ebooks with different designers, with manufacturers. We've done ebooks with them. And that is actually because, every week we do this, we do our giveaway. There's always something going on every week, right, with us. And so we do a lot of free stuff because, we like to give back. But we also have to pay our bills. So that's how
Yeah.
we do it that's how we pay our bills is through our ebooks. We have a beautiful selection, um, ranging from all kinds of crafting genre, I should
We
say,
do.
right? I mean, because we've got um, mixed media, we've got 2 Christmas books, we've got 4 books with Eileen Hall from Sizzix and all of her awesome guys.
Fabulousness.
Yeah, and we also have craft techniques. We have 2 ebooks from Sarah Newman, who we interviewed um, about a month or so ago.
Mhm.
We've got 2 ebooks with her on stamping techniques and also another one on embossing techniques.
Yep.
So there you go. We've got a huge variety. When Anne gets ready to start her project, I'm going to bow out, and then I will put all the links in the comment section of what you need to find all this stuff that we're talking about for you, for all of the new people that come. Do Okay, well, I'm going to keep talking because we're
Do you
trying to.
love to craft?
Yes. Do you love to craft? Is a group that we have on Facebook. If you want to go and check it out, we would love to have you. It's just a community full of fun, crafty people. So we love sharing ideas and getting tips and tricks and all kinds of cool stuff. So we would love for you to join that.
Because we love to see what you guys are creating.
Yeah, yeah. Especially, I get really excited, and I know Ann does too. We get especially excited when you take something, you create something off of what we have taught you to do. That is always the most amazing feeling because that's why we do what we do, because we love to teach other people how to use all these different products that are out in the craft industry. And, we love to see what you do with them.
Yep.
So join our group. I'll put the link in for that too. And also, for the giveaway, and we'll be announcing the giveaway from last week. So we will name that person after, in a bit. And then let's see. Oh, and then the giveaway this week, Anne is giving away a packet of her toner papers
A
and
sampler pack. Yep.
yeah, the sampler pack, and then also a set of her sayings. The really
They're in the sampler pack.
They're in the sampler pack. Okay, so you're getting toner paper, etc., from Anne for the giveaway for next week. Okay, so to get in on the giveaways every week, you want to like, comment, and share our videos here, and then also share my video from earlier, Anne's video, and then make sure that you hashtag Bella Crafts. Okay, it's important that you do that because that's how you're entered into the giveaways each week. Okay, we have a randomizer that picks the winners and we go off of the hashtag. We also keep the giveaway open from today until next Tuesday at midnight Central Time, because the majority, 90, probably 99, 98% of our viewers are on replay. So, they catch us on replay. So we want to make sure that everybody gets a chance because we have thousands of people that watch our videos, each week. And we want to make sure that everybody gets a chance. Okay. So make sure that you hashtag Bella Crafts. Okay. And if you are watching us from YouTube, let me throw in this last little bit and then I'll let Anne get started. If you're on with YouTube, if you're watching through YouTube, obviously you can't do it there. But if you do put just hashtag in the comments in YouTube, I will go through them manually and enter your names into the randomizer that way. Okay. So that way, again, everybody has a chance to win, which is what we love.
Yes, definitely. Yeah. I want to say hi to Beverly, Sandy, Rebecca, Beatrice, Jean, all of you, everybody that's here. We are so happy to have all of you here.
Yes.
And so my demo is kind of quick, well, maybe, but it is showing how to add just that pop of color. And it's showing, I have a couple different ones here, so I'll show you. I'm going to put my camera down.
Okay.
And get ready.
Yep. And I will step out.
Only if it wants to let me switch cameras. I had it switched earlier. Let me see. We're going to bring Lisa back in.
It's one of those days today. Earlier, I couldn't find my papers for my project, and they were sitting right in front of me.
Well, yeah.
Oh my goodness. It's not letting you switch?
There we go.
All right.
The screen totally disappeared.
All right. So let me pop out.
I shut my light off so it wouldn't be so glary. Would you repeat what you... Oh, hashtag Bella Crafts, David. Lisa will put it in there so you can see it. It's just Bella Crafts. That's who we are. Bella Crafts Publishing. So it's hashtag Bella Crafts. So here is what we're creating today. This is quick and easy, but it's a really cool technique. And on this card, this is my toner paper. Hi, Charlotta. I did not foil this one. So you can do it with just black and white. Or this one, I did the same technique in different colors. But you can see if I put it at just the right angle. Let me see if I can get it at the right angle to where you can see the foil. You can see the foil in the hello. My camera needs to adjust. There you can see it. So you can maybe see the foil. So it's just a tint of foil because these flowers are so delicate. So you can do it with the foil or without. The choice is yours, but I'm going to show you how to do both. And we're using my black and white florals today. Gina's Masking Magic, which is also by Therm. And foil that I'll be using is Deco Foil from Therm. I'm going to put a mat down just because I'm inking. And I have already die cut a piece of the toner paper. You can see it's a stitched rectangular die. You can see it better from the back than from the front. So for this one, all you really need to do is determine which way you want your flowers going, because they're kind of going every which way. And I think I'm going to have it go this way. Now what I did was the Masking Magic comes in sheets. And these sheets are 5 by 7, which are actually perfect. And I used a paper trimmer and I trimmed off. You can trim off whatever you want. I did a 1/2 inch because I wanted to go a 1/2 inch in. So I just took a 1/2 inch, and I have one that I already have done, but I want to show you with the clean one also. So this one you can see I've already used. This is the one I'm going to use. And so Masking Magic is like a large Post-it note. The entire thing has that Post-it note adhesive on the back. So these are removable and they're reusable if you put them back on their carrier sheet. And even though I've inked this up, I'm going to be using the same colors. So I feel fine with using the exact same piece. And I'm putting that down. And I wanted it, so I cut this little tiny piece off, and then I have that nice straight edge so I can put it up straight against the card. And it'll be a nice straight edge. And what's cool is because it's a Post-it note and it's sticky, it sticks to my craft sheet. Now I want to go exactly 1 inch. So what I did was I cut a piece of plain cardstock 1 inch wide and put next to this. And then I just used some purple tape to hold it in place for a minute. So you could do it as wide or narrow as you want, but this is going to give me the guideline to put my other piece of Masking Magic. So this is the clean one I just cut, and I'm, like I said, it's reusable, so I am using the piece that I used earlier. And you wouldn't need to use this entire piece. You could use another small strip and then actually put a Post-it note next to it so you don't get any ink out here. But I was totally fine with using this. Now I'm going to put this down really tight, and then I can butt this up right next to that piece of cardstock. So then I'm going to have a nice crisp line, and I want to change that just a little bit there. And then I remove this piece of cardstock and I have my 1-inch area where I'm going to be coloring. So I've used this one just a couple times and it's still fine. If you needed to, you could put a little bit of purple tape to help hold it down. I think it's fine, but I'm just going to put a little tiny bit of purple tape right there. But now I have everything blocked off that I don't want to color. And like I said, you can do this any width. You could do a couple, so you had several strips of the Masking Magic and do a 1/2 inch colored area and a 1/2 inch and then leave it plain in between. The choice is yours. This Masking Magic is perfect for this technique. Now the colors I'm using today are Lucky Clover, Sweet Mango, and Tranquil Teal from Gina K. And I am using my blender brushes from Pink and Main because they're just so comfortable. You can use any blender brushes. These are just super comfortable for me. So these are the ones I grab. And I'm going to come off the edge a little bit and start coloring so I don't get a harsh line from the shape of the brush. And I'm just going to come in and add the color to the top section. Since I'm doing 3 colors, I'm going about 1/3 of the way down, maybe a little bit further because I'm going to blend the Tranquil Teal with the Lucky Clover. And it just looks nicer when you come from off the edge. Otherwise, you get kind of a harsh line. So I think that looks good. Now I'm going to grab the Tranquil Teal, and I do have a different brush for each color. If you don't, you would want to start with your lightest color. So you would maybe do the Sweet Mango and then the Lucky Clover and do the Tranquil Teal in the middle and try and brush off the excess. So see, like right there, you can see that darker area. If I did that right on the paper, it would take longer to blend in. So I always come off and I'm blending up into that Lucky Clover because these colors blend so nicely together. And it doesn't take long at all to do these. And you can do so many different color variations. And then I'm going to use the Sweet Mango. Make sure I grab the right brush. And then again, I'm going to start off. I need just a bit more. And blend that up with the Tranquil Teal. So you can go as light as you want or grab more color to make it deeper. I want that just a little bit deeper. So because I thought these colors kind of would look nice for a fall card. And then I'm bringing that up into the Tranquil Teal. And then I'm going to take the brush I used for the Tranquil Teal and I'm not going to add any more ink, but I'm going to come into the middle and then I'm going to come down into the Sweet Mango to blend that really well. There we go. So when you're doing these kind of techniques, it always looks like you have such a hot mess, right? I mean, you're kind of like, oh, what's that going to look like? But the beauty of this is because you have the masking magic down, you have that perfect line, which is just amazing. Are Gina K's ink pads fabric or foam? They are fabric. So they last very well. The foam ones tend to, I had a line of inks with Clear Snap before they went out of business, and they were foam. And they seem to disintegrate a bit if you let your ink pad sit around too long. So that's not good. So they are fabric. So I'm just adding the backing back onto these so I can reuse them. And like I said, you can reuse them. Oh, I don't know, maybe 6 to a dozen times, or until this is so worn. But you would want to use it with the same colors, because if you were going to come in here with a yellow, some of the ink on here might transfer. But isn't that cool? I mean, it's easy. And if you wanted, you could just take and put a backing on it and grab a card base. And like I did, I just put a little ribbon around it and you'd be done. But we're going to foil this. So I'm going to move some of this out of the way. And I like the fabric pads too, David. Okay. My laminator didn't heat up yet. So I'm going to show you a couple of the other ones I did while this is heating up. And I'm going to take and wipe my, actually I'm going to turn it over because that was a dry baby wipe. They don't work very good. Gorgeous blending technique. It is so much fun. It's so easy and it doesn't take a lot of ink. So like I said, I took this one. I added some, when I like ribbon, I like black and white. White you can color to any color. I have lots of pattern ribbons and stuff too, but I love this organza ribbon from Gwen Studios, and I buy it by the 100 yards. I mean, I think it's like $12. It's not much, but it lasts forever. And you can just add your ribbon to the back because you're going to put this on top of here. And then I just took a sentiment and added it. Now, this one, I did the same thing, but I inked up this sentiment, which I have one of those here because I was going to do that, but I was going to foil this first. So give me a few minutes for my laminator to heat up, because I wanted to show you that even after inking, you can still foil toner paper. All of this will foil. And then on this one, I was going to foil it and then ink it up to show you can do it either way. So that works out really nicely. And then on this card, I did this one and I cut it bigger. So this is an A2 size. And this one is, so this is 4.5 by, or 4.25 by 5.5. And I believe this one is 5 inches by 3 3/4. So this one fits the entire card. So on this one, I just added it right to the card base, and I didn't use any ribbon. I really think I like the ones with the ribbon more. And is your paper black and white? Yes. The paper is black and white toner paper. So it is, there's the black and white floral. So you get 6 different patterns in here. And this is the pattern Lisa used earlier today. And then there's black and white geometrics. And you get 24. So there's 6 patterns and you get 4 of each pattern in the packs. And then I have just black toner paper because you can always use the rest of the foil that's left over to create another whole new pattern. So I'm going to check and see if there's any other questions. Love the blending techniques. I know, it's so nice. Yep, okay. Those are all the questions. Okay, so we're going to wait just a minute. I'm going to bring Lisa back in for a minute because there, I brought you back in. Well, because we have to talk for a few minutes because I need my laminator to heat up.
Got it.
It did heat up. It wasn't hot enough. So, okay. So the reason I use that little tiny 1/2-inch strip there is because this one, I think it went just a tiny bit crooked. I see it. Maybe you don't, but it does. So it drove me crazy. So doing it that way, I get it perfect every time.
Yeah, that's a great tip about adding the paper on either side. But I don't know if you heard me, but I love the fact that you can foil after a paper's been inked.
I know, right?
That is just so amazingly cool to me because I always thought, I always thought you couldn't do that. So it was, when you first showed me that, I was like, that is a cool technique.
It is amazing. So we're going to set this up. I'll take Lisa back out.
Okay.
So when you foil, I use a piece of copy paper and you want it to be clean because if you have a piece of foil that's smaller than this, some of this black toner gets onto the white copy paper, which is fine, but then throw it away because it can affect your subsequent foilings. I know from personal experience. So I have this beautiful aqua. I'm not sure what the color is because I only had 1 sheet left. But it is deco foil. And I'm going to go ahead and foil the hello too. I'm going to cut this down just a little bit because I have a larger piece. And when I foil, I always put it through twice. I just have better results that way. I know Lisa does it once, and a lot of people do. And I have tried it, and I know it works. But I always just have better results when I put it through twice. So it says it's ready. You put the folded end in first because that helps keep everything together. And you just let it do its thing, which is kind of cool. So I always have, like when I get my dies out, I use this scallop die, stitch die a lot for the background of cards. When I get it out, I will go ahead and die cut like 24 of them. So I just have a stack always ready. Same thing with my stitched blank pieces, whether it's the toner paper or plain, I will get it out and I will, it doesn't feel very warm. I'll get it out and I will do a bunch at one time just so I have a stack of them and I don't have to get it out all the time. Is your carrier envelope just plain paper? Yes, it is just plain copy paper. I know that Lisa uses parchment paper and, people have different preferences, but I just use plain copy paper. And my paper is 6x6, but I have a printer that prints 13x18. So I have paper that size. So it works perfect for me to.
Yeah, for me, that's the reason why I use the parchment paper because
it's not the right size.
Right.
So we're going to hope that this is hot enough. I'm not sure if it was.
Oh, I love that color.
Well, of course you do. It's blue. I knew you would. Let me see. Okay, it did.
Oh my goodness.
Isn't that beautiful?
Oh my gosh, that is so cool.
It is so pretty. And then, oh, so cute.
I love that font.
Yes, it's so cute.
Yeah, it's a cute font. I love it.
So you want to save this because you can put on the black toner paper to get this design, and you want to save this. Actually, I have, so like if you save this and you put it on the toner paper, you get double use out of these sentiments because, okay, this one was Miss You just like this in the white. And then I did a double, like I did it with the leftover blue for the Miss You. And then I put the copper and silver and gold over that for a double.
So that's a double foiling technique.
It is. Let me see if I have a small piece of, okay, here's a small piece of toner paper. So I'm going to take, okay, so I said it wrong. The copper was the outline of the Miss You. So I'm going to take this. I cut it pretty close to the edge there. But I'm going to run this through just so you can see. I'm going to actually cut it a little bit so I don't have that black toner paper going through all by itself. So I'm going to put this through.
And she's going to save that little piece of toner paper too. I'm telling you.
Well, you never know. So I'm going to bring this back and I'm going to find another small piece of foil because we'll need something to go with it. Which, yes, I have my little container. So I think gold would be good.
Ooh, look at that blue.
I know. Use your fave. Okay, I'm going to use that. So behind me in my room, I have all these little tiny plastic storage containers. So I'm able to hold a lot of foil in, a lot of leftover foil in one of those little tiny pieces. So this is such a cool technique when you double foil. So,
oh yeah, it is.
And the double foiling is done with the black toner paper.
Okay.
Start with the white toner paper because it's been foiled. You can just add color.
Okay, Lynn has a question for you, or Lenine. Sorry, Lenine. has a question for you, Anne. After opening the toner paper pack, do you need to use it right away, or will it work later if you die cut today and foil later?
It'll work later.
Yep.
Yeah, I've had mine for a long time, and yeah, it's totally fine. You can die cut it and use it whenever you're ready. Just don't like it wet or anything. Okay, so here we had the sentiment and we foiled it, and then we took what was left over and foiled it. So this is beautiful in and of itself because you have the hello in the black.
That's gorgeous.
And then you could just take and cut it with the scissors, or you could take and use a little tiny die cut. You know, if you had a little rectangular die cut, or if I had left just a little bit more room there, you could do a circle, but I didn't because I didn't think I was doing this. But now you can take this and put on top of there. And I'm going to run this through twice also. But see, when you foil it a second time, it uses up all of that foil. There's that little tiny strip there only because my toner paper wasn't big enough. So there is no waste. And that is like the perfect thing. I'm going to see, since I'm doing this, I'm going to see if I have, okay, there. This is, okay, so did Charlotta ask that question or Lene?
Lene.
So here's a piece of toner paper that I had die cut in an oval quite a while ago. It's just been sitting in my drawer. So I'm going to show you. I'm going to put this through twice, though. I'm going to show you that. It's just, foil is just too much fun. It really is. The longest part is waiting for it to go through here. And I wouldn't need a piece of paper this big for just that little tiny sentiment. But if it's too small, it can, you know, what if it jams and gets stuck in there? So I like to be able to have a little bit on the front end and a little bit on the back end. So if something happens, I'm able to get it out. So it's almost out. If you could see me, I have my hand back here trying to pull it. Okay. So this has gone through twice. And this is so cool. Isn't that pretty? So you have the gold.
I love that.
But I'm going to show you one more thing. Although right there, there's that little line there. That's going to show up on this. But here is just a piece of toner paper, and I'm going to put it on that hello. I'm going to try and center it. That little line's going to show up. It'll drive me crazy, but there's nothing I can do. Now, if this piece would have been just a little bit bigger, it wouldn't have picked up that extra. I think that is about centered. And I'm going to put that inside here, trying not to move it. Okay, well, I'm sure by trying not to move it, I moved it. So I'm going to put it right there. And then I'm going to hold it. And I'm going to try not to move this, because the cool part is, okay, so we foiled that one sentiment and got the hello. And then we foiled and had the teal on the outside and the black was still showing. So we double foiled it to get the hello again. Now I see that there's one little tiny dot right there of the gold that didn't show up. So it will show up on this one I'm doing right now. But from this one sentiment and from all your little tiny scraps, you can just keep foiling. It's just too cool. So I'm going to put that through one more time. And like I said, most people put through once and it's fine. I just always have better luck with doing it twice. You can cover the line with ribbon later. Yes, Lenine, you can. That's a good idea, actually. Amy, you love that there isn't any waste. I do too. I mean, when you are buying all these supplies, and if you can use every little piece of it, it just makes it so much better. So much easier to justify too, right? So if I put this here, see, so I'm sitting here holding this, waiting for it to come out. There we go. So I'm going to move that out of the way and shut it off, or I'll just keep going. Okay, so I had this oval that was the black toner paper already cut. So this is, see, like that little part right there isn't going to show up. Isn't that cool? So you get that hello again. And it's die cut. And yes, you could take and put a little tiny black ribbon right there. But from that one sentiment and some toner paper, you were able to get 3 different sentiments. And you could put a blue over this and do it all over again. I mean, foil is the gift that just keeps on giving. You know, I mean, it's just so cool. So I was going to show you, you can color this, although I don't know that I want to now. That it's just so pretty. Yeah, I will, because I said I would. And I'm going to I'm going to see how much ink I have on here and just go over it with that and try and concentrate most of it around the edges and bring the sweet mango into the hello, but not as dark as around the edges. But so you can use the ink right over the foil and it still is beautiful. You can see that. There you go. So to finish this card off, all you need is, I'm going to take some ribbon and determine where I want this. And I'm just going to put a line of tape on the back side. And you could tape it. You don't have to make it as long as I did. It definitely wouldn't have to overlap. I just think the ribbon just makes it pop just a little bit more.
Yeah, I love that. Although I would really love a blue ribbon.
But I'm using a black background.
Oh, yeah. All right.
See, if I had a blue, background, I kind of like the black. So then I'm just going to make a little tiny ribbon, little tiny bow, I mean. Try and make the loops same size. And then just trim the ends. And I'm going to, before I add the sentiment, I want to put this on the black before it's all layered up and it's hard to use the tape runner. Do that. And then grab a card base, make sure it's going the right way. I mean, how many of you have put a card front on the wrong way on a card base? It's easy to do.
We're not going to count mine, I'll tell you.
You know, I mean, it's just, that's why you just check it. It's just a quick thing, easy to do.
Yep.
Like that. And then I use foam tape to pop this up, just because a little dimension is good. And I'm using black foam tape because I have the black ribbon. You could use white. It's not like it matters that much. And I'm going to put it just a little bit beyond where that inking is. Make sure I get it straight. And then press it down. And then I'm going to use just a tiny bit, like a 1/16 of an inch of the black foam tape, and put on the back side of the bow. Like that. And that's why I used black, so that the white won't show through the bow. And I'm going to put that right at the edge of where the color is. And you can tuck this underneath or pull it off to the side, or it can go over it. Actually, over it is where it's going to go. So that's it. Cute, easy, quick. The reason it took so long was I kept foiling. And because my machine didn't turn on properly, because I have it on an extension cord to bring it over to my table, and it's a tower extension cord that has to be turned on at the right part of it. Yeah. And I guess I didn't have the right part turned on. But that's it. Quick and easy. And like I said, you can do any color.
It's beautiful.
Okay, so I love these colors. This is like dandelion. This one I did a lighter blue and a purple, but when you blend them together, you get those extra shades. You know, I mean, so they're easy.
Beautiful,
they're and I hope you liked it. So I'm going to switch my camera there and bring Lisa back in. So I hope you guys liked it. Isabel, you love quick and I love quick and easy projects, and I like projects that maybe don't look like they were quick and easy. Maybe it looked like it took you a little bit more time.
Yep.
You know, I think no matter what you're doing, you need to finish things. Like if you are making something, finish the backside, and do all those things.
Right.
But I love things that are quick, and which is why I came up with my stamps for faux quilting. Because the results are beautiful and they're quick and easy to do.
Yep.
And you can do it with fabric. So it just makes quilting way easier, even though I quilt too. So it's
she does it all.
You know. So yep, there it is. It's just so pretty.
Beautiful.
And see, there you can really see the foil.
Yep.
You know, on this one. So it's up to you if you want to foil it. If you don't, this one is just done in black. I mean, it's a different pattern. This one is the roses and this isn't, but I think the black and white is pretty too.
Oh yeah.
You know,
and you could, if you wanted with the rose one that's already, that's foiled, you could go in there and watercolor.
Oh
if
yeah.
you wanted to add just a little bit more color to the card. You
Yeah,
could do it that way too.
you could. I mean,
Yeah,
and the
beautiful.
foils come in so, I mean, I think they're in like 52 colors or something. I mean, the
There's a lot.
possibilities are simply endless.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love them both. And it's funny, it's like, is it crooked? But
Yeah.
th yeah, they're both
Oh, I
pretty,
love
and
them.
it's just depending upon what you like.
Yeah.
I love foiling, but I wanted to do the black and white one so people could see you don't have to. Just because they're toner papers, you don't have to use them that way. You can just use them as black and white.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, and two, I like on the black toner papers that you can, die cut something out and then color that or foil that on top
Oh,
because
like
you've
this?
done that like a number of times. Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so many possibilities, and to think you can take one sentiment and just keep making it in different colors of foil is cool.
Yeah. Very cool.
But yeah.
Those would be beautiful wedding announcements,
Ooh,
wedding invitations. Yeah.
thank you cards.
Yeah. Beautiful. Oh, oh, just bumped my table.
And I can get your Stencil Girl stencils from Stampers Grove here in Scotland. Are there outlets for your other designs in the UK? Isabel, I know that my stuff with the Emerald Creek, Kim is in Canada. She carries like my embossing powders and my glitter and some of my papers, not my toner papers. And she ships worldwide. And I will also ship my toner papers worldwide. I just have to determine what the shipping is. So
Yeah.
my toner papers are, Kim does have some of my toner papers also at Emerald Creek.
Emerald Creek.
I sent her a bunch so she could sell them too because she does worldwide. But if she doesn't have any available, I will ship out of the country. I just have to determine what the cost is.
Yeah.
And sometimes if I don't get a good enough price, I check with Kim and she can get me a better price. So we try to keep that price as low as we can. So I hope you liked the demo today. I call Lisa's projects, I call mine demos. Because for the most part, what I'm sharing is techniques, and sometimes I finish a project, sometimes I don't. But I love to share techniques and different things you can do.
Right. Well, that's the cool thing about doing our lives together, back and back, back to back. We do them together because on one, you're getting a full project, and on the other one, you're getting all these fabulous new techniques or even older techniques that maybe you haven't tried in a million years, but bring them back. I'm telling you, I'm going to do more with the heat. I forgot the name of it already. The heat
Sublimation.
paper. Nope, not sublimation. Shrink art.
Oh, shrink art.
Yep.
Beatrice, only one thing. I didn't understand what you did on the white paper foiled or embossed. I foiled it. On that paper, I foiled it.
Okay.
Is that
the right
is that
one,
what you were
Beatrice?
asking, Beatrice? Let me know.
Yeah. I know I didn't even get a chance to go through my comments from last week, so I'm gonna check those and then check these today too.
No. Beatrice, is that the right thing? Is that what? Okay, yeah. So this was foiled. So this is what it is. That the same pattern? Yes. This is what it looks like, just the black and white. And then there I foiled it, which the foil shows up really good, that teal.
There it is.
Yeah,
It's
that's just
beautiful.
so pretty. So foiling just it's just so much fun.
Well, and
And I
it's
wanted to show you, okay, so because okay, I stamped I inked this up first, but see, you can see where that green is. You can see the foil. It just goes right over the inking.
That amazes me because before I thought that if you did that, it wouldn't pick up the ink.
Right. Beatrice, this is, I think Lisa probably put the link in for my papers. This is
I think so.
my floral toner black and whites.
Wait.
So those are the patterns I used today and Lisa used today. You get 24 pieces. They're 6 by 6. You get 4 of each design.
Okay, here's the
This
link.
is the geometric ones, which are really cool too.
Those are fun.
We just gravitate toward the florals. I mean, I love this because it's a quilt pattern. This one, because it's like the grandmother's flower garden, you know.
I have used all of them at one time.
I use them all.
Yeah.
And then this is the black toner papers. These, you get 24 of them. And same with how I double foiled the sentiment. You can do that. You can take this leftover and put on the toner paper. Honestly, it doesn't work as well on a couple of them, like this flower one. There's a lot of little teeny lines. The little teeny lines, the foil doesn't transfer as well. On the bigger, bolder, like it transfers beautifully with that pattern. You know? And I Flourish Wonder. You know, so it's just a matter of trying it out.
Yep.
And you're having one of those days too. Oh, yeah. It's like my throat is beyond. Beyond. I'm teaching an in-person class tomorrow night. So I was trying to save my throat. But it'll be fine. You know, it'll all work.
It's going to be an awesome class.
Yes, I'm excited to be teaching in person again.
Yeah. So, nice, right? Haven't done that in a while. Oh.
I know. So like, share, and comment to enter for this week's giveaway with the hashtag Bella Crafts. I have a sampler pack of my toner papers. So it comes with 6 sheets of the toner prints, 6 sheets of black, and then I think a dozen sentiments. So one lucky winner will get that. And last week's winner, Lisa, has a name.
Yeah, I was like so way excited because.
Is she here?
No, but she's one of our regulars and she's almost always here. So last week was Lawn Fawn, right? Yes. And Dorothy Green is the winner of that.
Oh, so, congratulations, Dorothy.
Yes, yay. Dorothy. So excited. I will be getting in contact with you because I need your email address. So if you're watching on replay. Yeah. Like Ann said, the majority, we get thousands of views on each of our lives. So, the majority of them are repeaters. So we do like to keep that contest, the giveaway open for that week's time. So for this week, you have up until next Tuesday at midnight Central Time to enter for the giveaway for Ann's products.
Yeah, we have to have a cutoff sometime. Virginia, I'm new to this group. I have a mink. I need to get some of those papers. Yes, this works with a mink too.
Yeah,
yeah, those are very nice. Dorothy will be so happy. Yes, I agree, Rebecca. She will be.
Yes, she will be. Virginia, this is your first time here. Thank you for joining us.
Welcome. We love everybody that can come live. I mean,
it makes it more fun.
It does. And come back next week. I think next week we usually do 2 Facebook
Right.
Lives every week, one at noon and one at 2 o'clock Central Time.
Hmm.
But on the 4th Thursday or Wednesday of the month, we interview somebody. So we only do one. I think
Right.
next week is the 4th.
Hmm.
So next week we will be live at 2 o'clock. And we will have an interview with somebody you will want to know.
That's
So,
right.
I mean,
Those are always
interviews
fun.
are always fun because you get to know
Yeah.
a designer a little bit outside of her work,
Yeah.
so
And
it's
then
always
find
good.
and then also about her work and what she does in the industry. It's
Yeah.
always fun, and we always have such a good time. And I'm always a goofball. So, well, I'm a goofball all the time, but usually with the interviews, I get to giggling and forget it. I'm done.
Well, it is fun because even sometimes, even though a lot of the people we interview are people maybe we have known for many years,
Yeah.
we always seem to find a little tidbit or
Yeah.
something new,
That
which
we
is
didn't
always
know.
fun. I think our
Yep.
last interview was with Sarah Newman,
Mhm.
and she is from the US, but she lives over in Germany or
I
England right now. I can't
I think
remember.
she's in Germany.
Yep, Germany. Yeah, because I have a son in the Air Force, and yeah, so and we always find out just a little something that maybe we didn't know, which is always fun for us too.
Yeah. Yes, it is. Okay, so we're done for this week.
We are.
So,
Thank you
yeah,
all for joining us.
thank
We
you
love it.
guys.
And I hope you liked both of our projects this week.
Yeah.
And take some time to craft because
It's good for your
it
soul.
is good for your soul. Okay?
It really is.
It is. Lisa knows
We say
all
it
about
every
that.
week.
Yeah.
Yes, I totally, totally, totally believe that.
Yeah.
That,
Well, it is. It is. It
yeah,
brings joy to your life too. So,
yeah. It's, especially if you're having a rough time or whatever, it's always, like me with my health issues or whatever, it just brings me back to, just being creative.
I
It
know
doesn't even have to be, anything big. Just be creative every day, and it just,
a little bit every day just helps
yeah,
so much.
yeah, it's awesome.
Yep.
All right, you guys. Well, thank you so much for joining us this week. I'm going to have Ann save her voice a little bit. So don't forget, next week we're going to be live 2 p.m. Central Time, and we're going to be doing an interview. So you don't want to miss that. And again, if you have any questions, Ann and I will go over the comments after the lives to see if we missed something or,
Yeah.
whatever. Or if you think of something a couple days from now, go ahead and just leave the comment in, because we'll check.
Or message us.
Oh, yeah, always message
Yeah.
us. That's an easy way to do it too.
That works.
Yep. Either way. So have a great week, everybody, and we will see you all next week.
Yes.
Until then, have a great week, and we'll see y'all later.
Okay.